gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to a live, real quick edition of the ColeyMania podcast. My name is Reece Cole. I am the host of the podcast, and I am joined, as always, by my
Very properly.
Joined by...
Come on.
The reigning, defending, undisputed ColeyMania champion of the world, Mr. James Matthews. How are you, sir?
Very good, my friend. How are you?
Well, I'll be a lot better when my predictions come in and I take that belt away from you.
Goldie is going nowhere. That silver sparkly jacket is coming home with me. Me, the jacket, and Goldie. We're going to have a great time.
Listen, let's not get into this. What happens will happen. We're going to talk Survivor Series. We're going to do our predictions right now, real quick for you guys, and we're going to throw them out there, hopefully before the show starts. Let's talk Joe Brand Battle Royal.
Yeah.
Participants still yet to be announced. It's a little bit out there.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to you first. Who's going to win that?
I'm going to go with Aleister Black because I cannot think of anybody else who could win it. No one cares because it's not even been thrown together properly. There's been no build. It's just kind of gone, oh shit, yeah, we need a pre-show match.
It's WWE though.
Yeah, they're great at that. Great. Absolutely great.
I mean, I like Aleister Black as a bit of a shout. Maybe they are going to give it in because they've just booted his wife from the company. But if
fuck the unions.
Fuck the unions. Fuck OnlyFans. Subscribe to the ColeyMania OnlyFans, which is coming soon.
Beanies.
My pick for the Joe Brand Battle Royal is going to be Mustafa Ali. I think we're going to get some weird retribution shenanigans throughout the evening, so why not? Ali wins it. There we go. That's all good.
Cool. So you've got the first of the traditional 5-on-5 matches. We're going with the men's match, which is Team Raw of AJ Styles, Keith Lee, Sheamus, Braun Strowman, and just Riddle. Just Riddle. Versus Team SmackDown of Kevin Owens, Jey Uso, King Corbin, the Messiah Seth Rollins, and Otis.
Wow. Okay then, let's talk. I'm going to tell you right now, the winners of that match, it's going to be more shenanigans because it's WWE. SmackDown win, Jey Uso, Sole Survivor. Jimmy Uso will return tonight. Jimmy Uso will come back tonight. They'll do that. Remember the weird Kurt Angle thing that they did? Where it was really his brother?
Yeah, that was weird.
So that's going to happen. And Team SmackDown win. Done.
Just clarify as well, the predictions are that we've got to get the correct team, I can speak. Correct team. That's why I edit the audio. It's so much easier. And then you've also got to get the Sole Survivor. Now, if there's like two Sole Survivors, we're still going to count it because, otherwise it just gets really complicated. I'm going with Team Raw.
Okay.
Because of a prediction I'm going to put on later. Okay. So Team Raw is going to win this, and the Sole Survivor is, oh, Christ. Riddle. No, it's not going to be Riddle. No, it's NXT, isn't it?
Yes.
Probably Braun Strowman.
Braun gets the win.
Braun gets the win. But AJ Styles is getting eliminated first. That's also something I'm going to predict. But that's not part of the predictions. I don't lose a point for that.
Okay. Oh, that's fine. Goldie's coming with me.
Goldie.
With me, number 3. That rhymes. Traditional match. Ladies, Survivor Series. SmackDown. Team SmackDown, of course. Led by Bayley. Ding dong.
Liv. The captain?
Yeah, she's the captain.
Where was the captain?
No, Bayley's captain now.
Oh, they just changed that?
Yeah, she's not the Fresh
Was
Princess.
that changed like 2 days ago?
Yeah, they did it on SmackDown. So yeah, we've got team captain Bayley, Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, Natalya, and the EST of the WWE, of course, Bianca Belair, against Team Raw, which is co-captains Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, the Misfit tag team of Lacey Evans and Peyton Royce, and saying it now, calling it early, Team Raw win this. Sole Survivor is Lana because Lana gets put through a table early by Baszler or Jax, and then, I don't know, God knows, Bianca Belair is celebrating, Lana goes in, rolls her up, 1, 2, 3, fuck off EST.
The old under
Lana wins. The old, way up, and yeah, Lana gets
PG
it.
This is PG. No, it's not.
It's not PG.
No, fuck it.
Fuck Jim Cornette.
Fuck Jim Cornette. So I'm going with Team SmackDown. Sole Survivor is going to be Bayley because it's Bayley and she's great, and she's probably going to do something with Sasha coming up soon. So yeah, they've got to keep it fresh with that. But Lana is going to get put through a table.
Definitely.
But Nia Jax is going to put through the table once Nia Jax has been eliminated by the old...
When she gets it in the Jax.
Yeah. Straight up the Jaxie.
Straight up the Jaxie. Speaking of people who know, match number 4 is Bobby Lashley versus Mr. Sami Zayn, champion versus champion, Raw and SmackDown. Who wins this match, James?
Bobby Lashley, because of the Hurt Business. That is about as far as I'm going to go.
All right, then. Well, for the sake of this podcast, Sami Zayn wins that. Maybe he's going to get some friends. Who could those friends be? I don't know.
Do they all have really shit names?
All of them do now. It's Vince. He gets rid of names.
Oh, yeah,
so if he's going to get...
I was on about guys with masks. You know, that one who has like a paper plate as a mask.
Oh, Slapjack.
Yeah. Or is that Mace? I don't even know what they're called.
Fuck it. New Jack. New Jack helps.
New Jack return. We've had Gangrel. New Jack is next.
New Jack comes back.
Funaki's coming soon.
Funaki's coming soon. Yeah. All right. Match number 5 on the card. It's Tag Team Madness.
So the New Day of Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods.
No, it's not. It's... Oh, ColeyMania followers! Don't you dare! I'm not going to do it because of copyright.
Yeah, we're going to get done for that.
There you go.
I'm going to put this on YouTube. Right?
Oh, demonetised.
Yeah,
we should
straight
say
away.
Jim Cornette.
Well, it'll be fine. Probably agree with us. So yeah, it's the New Day, back to the wrestling. New Day versus the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. I'm going to go with... I don't know who to go with. Who are you going with?
I'm going with the Street Profits.
Well, I'll go with New Day then.
Big E's going to do some mad stuff.
Some big endings.
Some big endings.
Some big endings.
Yeah, he's going to do stuff to Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. Big E. Yeah, why not, man? Just, he's going to do it. Maybe inadvertently. Maybe he didn't mean to do it.
Maybe,
But yeah,
so for the sake of the podcast, I'm going to go with New Day.
Nope, Street Profits.
Well, that's what it is. You can't tell me what not to
be. All right,
everybody's
opinion counts.
So don't say we get a draw and take all your own.
Don't take her home. But while we're talking about hers, Asuka versus Sasha Banks is the next match on the card, and I have a worrying feeling that we're both going to agree Sasha Banks.
Yeah, Sasha Banks is winning
Sasha
this.
Banks. 100% Sasha Banks, I think.
Asuka can take the loss.
Gosh, can.
It doesn't matter, but...
She's Teflon to losses, Asuka.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, Sasha has just won the title. She's going into a program with Karma. That's not relevant.
Quick.
She's going into a party. She's going to swim with fucking Carmella.
So obviously she's got to win.
Yeah, she's obviously got to win. She's got to look strong for Carmella. No, Sasha Banks is winning. Asuka, she hasn't really got a program going at the moment, so maybe this loss will do something and build it up.
I don't know, maybe we get an appearance by someone. Who could do Asuka? Like, who's
Charlotte.
Charlotte, no, it's too early for Charlotte. Rhea Ripley did a big goodbye for me.
Yeah, she might be going to Raw.
I think Ripley. Ripley might win.
I'd quite happily see Nia Jax lose those tags. Not Nia Jax at all. Fuck Nia Jax.
She injures bitches.
Yeah, she right with the Jaxie. Shayna Baszler, I'd quite like to see Shayna Baszler and Asuka have a proper match. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, I'd take that.
But again, we don't get nice things.
We don't, not in WWE anyway. Hey, Tony Khan. We love you, AEW. Thank you. We'll stop wearing this merch if you send us some for free.
Send us some Young Bucks merch. We'll think about it. We won't think about it. We love you.
We love it. We love you guys. So, rolling on into what probably won't be the main event of the night, but possibly could be the main event
Should
of
be
the
the
night.
main event because it's a wrestling match.
Drew and Roman.
We're both going to say the same.
Braveheart versus the Tribal Chief.
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything else because it may be deemed as racist. And the winner of this match in 3, 2, 1, Roman Reigns. Yeah, 100%.
Reigns isn't losing. There's no way. The Tribal Chief isn't going to lose this. He's on the roll of probably his career at the moment. There's no way he's losing.
Nope.
And Drew's only just won the title. I understand that people don't think he's going to lose.
Yes.
But it's also Roman Reigns, and Reigns wins one.
There you go. Reigns wins. I think the end of this match for me, we've both got a pretty similar outcome of this match. I think The Miz is going to cash in. The reason that I think The Miz is going to cash in, obviously, Monday Night Raw is on the USA Network. Miz has just been drafted over there. It is no coincidence that one of the highest grossing in numbers-wise shows for the USA Network is Miz and Mrs., which I'm going to admit I do watch. It's a great show. The third season actually debuts after Monday Night Raw tomorrow night. So Miz is going to have something
Does
there.
anyone see a massive coincidence here?
Hey, hon, Vince. Vince McMahon, I'm watching.
Jesus.
There we go, Vince
This
McMahon.
podcast used to be good.
It did. I mean, but now
Before I joined, funnily enough.
now it's some real good shit, brother.
Miz is definitely cashing in.
Miz cashes in. I think, and because they're going to have to put a feud after it for Drew, I think Drew will win the belt back at the Royal Rumble. In between, Sheamus is going to come out, help Drew with the bloodline, and then Brogue kick fucking Drew's face off.
I think Sheamus is that him and Sheamus are going to have something going forward. That might be what keeps him going over until Mania, because it's going to be a SmackDown guy that wins the Rumble.
Big E.
Yeah, I think Big E. I'm teetering more towards him at the moment, but we'll get. That's a whole other video.
It's another pod.
It's another pod. Keep listening and watching as you are now.
Ayo.
Yeah, Miz is going to win because no one from Raw is going to win the title, so Drew's going to go to Mania and win the title in front of fans, which they're going to
100%
really push for. So yeah, that's the thing.
That's that.
So what we've got left is the Undertaker's big old 30-year celebration.
30 years.
We've already seen the
dead man.
We've actually seen on Twitter the reunion of the BSK.
Yes.
So the Godfather,
Savio Vega.
There's quite a few
Midian,
others.
Henry Godwin as well. The other Godwin brother was there. We do know that Rikishi is backstage. We know that Ric Flair's going to be there.
Shawn Michaels, Triple H are already there. Kurt Angle's been confirmed. Kane will probably be
obviously,
there.
with or without a mask, or it might. I don't know. He fell off in Saudi Arabia, so he might not be wearing it. Anyway. I've just realised that I look like a fat Ricochet, don't I? A chunky Ricochet.
I've been told I look like Kevin Owens, so.
There you go. Welcome to the ColeyMania podcast with Ricochet and Kevin Owens. I'm going to talk Undertaker segment. I don't want The Fiend to be The Undertaker. I wouldn't mind seeing... for some reason, when The Fiend is on the TV, The Fiend, for me, is the second most intriguing character. No, I think he's really intriguing.
Overexposed.
I like it. Oh, he's overexposed. I think I look at... when I see The Fiend and Alexa Bliss, I think Alexa Bliss in the role that she's being used now is criminal because she's incredible in the ring. She can cut a promo. She's damn good at what she does. But they are currently, for all our English listeners who will appreciate this, they are the Fiend and Alexa Bliss are a B-Tech version of Karrion Kross and Scarlett. Put them four together in a mixed tag match at WrestleMania, then I want to see it. Put them all in a little like group together and let The Undertaker manage them. I want to see it. The only standoff that I want to see tonight, I don't want it to get physical. I want everybody to be out and applauding the dead man, blah, blah, blah. And I want to see Sting. And I just want that stir down. Give me that.
20 years ago, I'd have given anything to see that. 20 years ago. Bear in mind, it's 2020. Talking 30 years of The Undertaker. Don't get me wrong, I think Sting will probably be there.
Yeah.
Even though apparently he hasn't got a contract, but, you know.
Bullshit.
Yeah, he's got a contract. No way WWE going to let him go. There's that other company. They're dead.
Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Ring of Honor. New Japan.
Impact Wrestling.
GCW. Jesus Christ. Do not talk about fuck GCW. There you go. Said it.
I think that The Fiend is going to come out. I honestly do. I see the Taker's going to be in the ring. He's going to cut a promo, say farewell, thank you for everything, blah, blah, blah. It's then going to go to the Rum.
Old J Rum.
Old J Rum sponsored by
the ColeyMania podcast sponsored by Old J Rum.
It's not. No one sponsors yet.
But if they want to, Fight TV have reached out to us. They've started following us on Twitter. Fight TV, if you want to follow us, you want some wrestling correspondence. Where you guys?
We'd love to quit our jobs.
Yeah, 100%.
Everyone's up on the...
sorry, boss, if you're watching.
I'm not sorry, Mark. Oh, yeah, no.
Mark, James's boss.
Anyway, so yeah, they're all going to be on the ramp. They're all going to come out and applaud. Oh, very lovely, cheers, Taker. And then all of a sudden you're going to get that screech. Lights will go off. And then, the Fiend's going to be there. Mandible Claw. Lights will go off. Taker and Fiend are no longer there. And then come February, early March, we'll get like some promos cut somewhere. We'll get like something going weird on the screens. And it's going to go to Taker and the Fiend in a Firefly Boneyard.
Firefly Boneyard?
Yeah, something like that. Because I don't want to see Taker do a proper match anymore. He's done enough. Just got to have a rest, Mark. You've been great. Thank you for everything.
Yeah.
Still the greatest.
No, do you know what?
Honestly, you are the greatest of all time in my eyes.
It comes down to it, Thank you, Undertaker. I'll throw it over to James first. Have you got any memories or stories of the Undertaker that you'd like to share with us?
I know exactly where you're going with this. Just a favourite Undertaker match I'll start off with It's so hard. But Taker and Michaels at both 25 and 26 WrestleManias. Taker versus Lesnar, who I still say that I think Lesnar is probably his greatest rival. Just because some of the matches that they had were just flipping brutal, monetized. You've got the 2002 No Mercy, where they just beat the proverbial piss out of each other.
Oh, there we go! ColeyMania bingo, he's tipped it! Slapping the piss out of each other.
And the 2015 one. And then obviously you got the big moment at 30 when Taker lost the streak. Whether that should have happened or not is a different discussion.
I cried.
I did as well. I'm not ashamed. But overall, Taker, I just think he's the greatest. I think he's just the best that there's ever been, best there ever will be. Fuck Bret Hart.
Yeah, I mean, he's on the Mount Rushmore. If I'm going to go with wrestlers that you've grown up with, he's probably, for me, I mean, well, for us, for our generation, he's probably our generation's version of Hulk Hogan. I feel that what the character regeneration...
Not that rum that you just burned.
Yeah, sorry. The character regeneration that the Undertaker brings is incredible. I think when you look at character rejuvenation, he's number 2 on the list, only behind the creator of the list, my man, Chris Jericho. I love you, baby. But no, where is it? Throw it to me. I need to put it on.
Sarah, our production assistant.
Just in honour of the man himself. I'm talking about Le Champion. Let me put it on.
Whoa. The what? You ain't no champion.
Listen.
Get some bubbly and fuck off.
If you want to make the list, you'll be quiet. So, no, anyway, I'm going to talk my favourite Undertaker match. It's really tough for me. I loved the Undertaker and Stone Cold Steve Austin match from SummerSlam 98. Yeah, great match. But the one that always will forever stand out in my mind is the one in Saudi Arabia.
No good match has ever come out of Saudi Arabia. Mansoor is still undefeated there, you know.
Mansoor, the street is alive with Mansoor. No, my all-time, the one that will always stand out for me is Undertaker against Jeff Hardy. It was Monday Night Raw for the Undisputed title, and the ladder match was incredible. The rub that
he picks him up.
Yeah, the rub that he gave him. Even after the match, there was a backstage segment where they shook hands. It was brilliant. The Undertaker will forever, like I say, he's on my Mount Rushmore. He's incredible.
Also had 2 of the best entrances music ever. Rolling and then You're Gonna Pay.
Do you remember that time when Fred Durst was knackered when he ran to the ring at WrestleMania? When Nathan Jones was Undertaker's tag partner.
That was the same year that WrestleMania's theme song was Crack Addict. Just going to put that out there. Back to the Undertaker. Crack Addict, though.
There you go.
Good choice, Vince. I love crack.
Here comes the money. Anyway, some good shit, brother. Undertaker for me, I'm going to kind of get serious for a second, I suppose. We'll see how long we can keep straight faces for throughout this video. So it's ironic that today is the 30-year anniversary of The Undertaker's debut. It is also the 10-year anniversary of the passing of my grandfather. My granddad was someone who I watched a lot of wrestling with, and I know that as awful as the rest of this story is going to sound, my granddad definitely would have appreciated it. When my granddad passed away, he was cremated. A couple of days after my granddad's cremation, I went to, I don't know what to say, like the reception, like the office block in the cemetery where you pick up ashes. When I picked up my granddad's ashes over here in the UK, the way that they're actually passed to people, they're in like a green velvet box and then like vacuum packed in a plastic bag inside of that. I didn't want to take that home to the family because I felt that it was a little bit weird and it just seemed a little bit disrespectful. And then a little bit like, again, in England, if you go to a hairdresser's, there's like 80s pictures of Pat Sharp, George Michael, the other guy from Wham. Pat Sharp liked one of my tweets the other day. He were on the news. Anyway, I'm digressing.
It was on the news.
Pat Sharp was on the news.
Didn't like your tweet was on the news.
No, Pat Sharp was on the news and then liked my tweet because I tweeted that he was on the news. Anyway, back to my story, because we never, ever digress here on the ColeyMania podcast. I looked at the wall, there was I would say about 12 to 15 different urns. And it's weird that the clock outside is striking because I feel like the dead man's going to appear and chokeslam me.
Oh my God, he's here!
My God! And the lady says to me that she didn't actually have any urns off the wall. She had one, and she brought out this gold urn that had a slight mark on it. She was like, you can have this if that's all right. So I was like, yeah, that's absolutely fine. And as I went to walk out of the door with this urn under my hand, I kind of had a little grin on my face, and she was looking at me really weird because it looked a lot like the gold with the silver rimmed urn that Paul Bearer used to bring out to the ring with him with the Undertaker. And then it dawned on me that as I was going home, I couldn't do this. So I went to the windowsill in this little reception room.
This story gets more ridiculous, by the way.
I asked the lady if she had a pair of scissors, which she didn't. So I went into my pocket and I got some keys out. I took the lid off the box and I got my granddad out in his plastic bag. I put my key in the top of it and proceeded to pour my granddad's ashes into the urn whilst on the windowsill in the reception area. And the woman was horrified throughout all of this.
How do you blame her?
I mean, I'm not having that no one else has decanted the grandfather in that reception room.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, that's not even the worst bit.
So then, as I'm obviously doing it in haste, you know, like a little bit, I can't, how do you describe it? Like, you know, if you get Uncle Ben's rice and you open it a little bit at the top to microwave it, and then when you take it out...
You your granddad's ashes to Uncle Ben's rice.
So, you know, when you like squeeze it and then bits come out at the side? So about 3 fingers worth of my granddad were on the windowsill. And she was fuming at this point. And I just kind of like got it together and brushed it in. I asked her if she had a cloth. She didn't have a cloth to wipe away the rest of my granddad. So if anybody does pick up any ashes from crematorium services in Rochdale Cemetery, a bit of my granddad's probably on that windowsill. But no, yeah, I brushed it in like to the urn, and then I was sat in the back of the taxi on the way home. Taxi driver was really strange because I was literally just sat crying because it was my granddad, but laughing at the same time. So I probably looked a little bit like a serial killer. I got home, opened the front door. My family were in the front room. I opened the door to go into the front room, and I proceeded to get down on one knee. I had hair then, not a full head, but anyway. And I basically, as if this is my granddad's urn, did this. And I looked up at the urn, and then I handed it to my grandmother, who told me to get out of the house. My sister laughed a little bit. I don't have a lot to do with my family anymore. My granddad would have appreciated it because he loved wrestling. He loved The Undertaker. And ironically, I was also a pallbearer on the day. There you go. You can have that one for free. Ladies and gentlemen, we have given you our predictions for the ColeyMania podcast. I have been Reece Cole. I have just told you a horrendously true story. He's the current reigning, defending, and undisputed ColeyMania World Heavyweight Champion, at least until the end of the night. We're going to be back very soon, and we will finish with 3 all-important fuck yous. The first one, fuck you, Jim Cornette. The second one, fuck you, Scott Ripley. And the third one, fuck you, Donald Trump. Let's go, baby, let's go.